Oh, but you want to show it to me, right? You're going to
I
show it to
was
me,
well, I was just going to use it in my little book page, and I can't find it.
and you can't find it.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was just some measuring tapes, those old paper measuring tapes
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
that
that sounds like a fun thing from a
yeah,
thrift store you found. Ooh,
I thought it would be fun, but now I can't
yeah,
figure out where I stuck it. I was
stuck it.
moving stuff. I had it right here, but I was moving stuff so I could get out the things I was going to work on, and I
Mm-hmm.
set it somewhere,
Yep, yep, yep.
but I didn't even take it out of the bag. So a big gray Walmart bag ought to be easy to find, but I don't
Well,
know.
and I don't have my camera ready because, I didn't do that yet. And now my camera has all kinds of new adjustments.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Lisa.
You
Hi,
got a new
Julie.
camera?
No, I got it updated uh, it updated the software apparently.
Oh, okay.
Autofocus is on. I don't want it on, so I turn it back off. Okay. Yeah, it's got all new. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Julie. Hi, Lisa. It's got all new, what do you call that on it? Uh, Buttons and things are hidden and stuff like that. So
Hi,
yeah,
Joyce.
just what I wanted to have today. So okay. And I'm trying to we're getting ready to go on another trip, and I'm trying to get my art supplies and stuff. Well, I was out there yesterday just rearranging everything, trying to get
Yeah.
everything sorted out, that kind of stuff. And in the past, I've had a different space to put stuff. So now I have to think about what things will fit where because I don't have the same kind of cupboards. And this stuff is probably stuff where I can get little pieces out for my postcards. But see, they're big and it doesn't fit in the cupboard. So I've got to go through it and figure out what actually needs to be kept. And I'm going to put it, all my little, let me see what I can say. All my little parts and pieces that I can, like these and this stuff, so that to use on my postcards. I don't have to fussy cut them. I just have to make them small enough to fit in the new space I have.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
So I got to do that. And I dumped it over here because, I dumped everything over here. But I have something. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
I have something to show y'all. So let me get this as close as it will let me get it. Is that my camera? Yeah. It looks really funny. Okay, we're gonna zoom just as tight as we can zoom. Jeffrey brought me a present. Okay, got to turn on the focus. Just a minute. I have to figure out the new camera thing. Focus. Turn on autofocus. Okay. Okay, come on, focus now.
Wow.
Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
That is a beautiful beetle.
He's got a huge horn. Just a minute, because I don't really want to touch him.
I don't blame you. It doesn't matter how beautiful it is, it's still a bug.
Yeah, it's still a bug. See his let me see if I can put it up. See his horn? It's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But isn't he
Wow.
just gorgeous? Now
I've
we
seen
looked
some
him.
pretty iridescent green beetles, but I haven't ever seen one with the double wings in the back like that. The
Yeah, and
the kind of clear, glittery ones on top. I've never seen that.
his tail wings are even iridescent. Just a minute. Turn over now. Get back on your feet. I may have to get Jeff to come in here and put him back on his feet because he won't fit in my jar with him upside down. Get back over. Come on. I don't want to break. I don't want to break
His
him because,
legs.
yeah. Come on, turn back over. Oh. Jeffrey found him out on the concrete. Now, we looked him up. they don't usually come this far south. North Carolina, places like that. So we figure with the storm, he must have got, but see, his tail wings are even
Yeah.
fancy.
He
But
is really pretty.
I figured he
Barbara,
might,
what you're going to do with him?
I think he may have to go on the cover of a book,
Yeah. He
but he'll
might be good
be,
to put in resin.
well, I could probably put him in resin, but I could also put him in one of these and
Yeah.
seal him in, glue him down a little bit, seal him in, because this thing is just big enough for him as far as height goes. So,
Barbara said he boiled to death out on your concrete.
well, I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah.
In her video she posted yesterday, she said she buffs on her gel print pages to stop them from sticking together. So it stops them from sticking. Oh,
Robin McClendon, I guess. Is who.
yeah. And I hope I didn't miss somebody coming in. Who's up here that said hi? I just want to be
Julie,
sure.
Barbara, Joyce, and your sister Lisa. That's all I
Miss
see.
Sister Lisa. Okay. Anyways, we looked him up and Brandon found him right away on the internet. And I can't remember what he called him because it's kind of a odd name. Anyways, I saved him because, I really do like bugs, even if I don't want to touch them.
Yeah, yeah.
And resin would be perfect for him, and that would make him a little more stable. But I wonder if the iridescent would show through the resin.
I don't know.
That would be my.
Might do some like glitter glue on something and then put it resin on it and see if it.
Yeah, yeah. So
I don't know.
I'll
It's
have to.
just an idea.
Yeah, and we were doing some things, and when I'm trying to get my, art stuff for my trip done. So I was looking at this, and I thought, I haven't done anything with this since I took it on my trip, but I do want to work on this. So I don't know if I'm going to use it on Sundays or if I'm going to just go back to taking it for my trip. I haven't decided. And Barbara will be happy that I bought something new for the camper that allows me to make videos in the camper more easily. I don't know that it'll happen. Don't know that it'll happen because, it takes a lot of
Energy and time. Yeah.
And, my postcards are the first thing that has to happen. So, anyways, I have that. I'm going to pack it. I have my other stuff that I got to sort. And I also, in the process of repacking, this is something I've been carrying. Haven't touched it since I put it in there. I don't know where I got these. I got them on sale somewhere or at a thrift store or something. They are acrylic paints. And then I had these, and they were in the house. They're also acrylic paints. And they're small, and they're multicolored. And I was thinking I might take this to work on, like we talked about the other day, to make flowers and stuff in, because I'm gonna tear this up. I have made my decision. I am not going to continue with these huge spreads. It's not me. So a couple of them were okay, but after that it just doesn't work. So I need to test these paints before I carry them somewhere. Hi, Sharon.
That's true. It's a good idea. No point taking them if they're not good.
Yeah, because I had some. Julie's got that tin. Yeah. Hi, Sharon. I think I said hi, but I'm not sure. Videos from the camper. Sundays live on the road. Maybe. I doubt that, Barbara. I don't. I don't know that that's going to happen, but maybe some videos.
It also depends on where you are and what kind of bandwidth you have.
Right, because I only have my phone for internet, so
yeah.
that is the that is one of the things that I have to look at. Okay. I did. I don't know where I found this, but I think it's cool. So, hi, Teresa.
That is cool.
So
Is
I
it a
think
color
I'm
chart?
going.
I mean, it's obviously a color chart of some kind, but
Yeah, it says flowering season colors available.
okay.
So it must have been out of a book. It says must have been some kind of just a minute, I'll remember gardening or something, but because this is talking about dahlias are basic feature in the late summer, whatever, and concept is not a novel one, and then it says flowering season, and then it gives early June to end of September, and these are the colors that you can come up with. So I'm guessing that's the flowers colors that would happen in that season, but it doesn't tell you where because, frankly, um, it's like, hmm, I don't know that June to September. By July, our flowers are for the most part gone, except for a couple of different trees because they just can't hack the heat. And
Yeah.
then in September, October, and November, we get stuff. And see, this one says early July to end of October, and there's nothing there. So I don't know. I really don't know. Hi, Beth. So,
Beth, welcome,
anyways, I
welcome.
think I'm going to use this in my little journal page. I have this, which I did the other day for something. I can't remember what I was doing. Found these. you know.
Look what I found out in the yard.
What is it?
I don't know, some kind of dirty,
It's a
shredded piece of fabric
it's
just
a piece
laying
of
out there in the yard.
ooh, it's
Huh?
pretty.
Anyway, I thought, oh, that's perfect to put in a journal.
That's right.
But
Anyway, so I've
I
got
don't even know, it's not like I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything like this. So it blew into my yard from somewhere, but
from somewhere. Yeah, it wasn't something Hannah might have dropped in the last, when she was here, or
no. But it's frayed from the sides, like, I
yeah,
don't know. But anyway, I thought it was interesting, so I decided I'd bring it in and
play with
put
it
some yard trash in my journal.
in your journal. There you go. Well, the parking lot. What do you call the treasures? I found one the other day. Oh, it must be elsewhere. I don't know where it's at.
I found
Um,
a rusted crushed one of these, and I brought it in, as
mm-hmm.
yard treasure, but I don't know where I set it.
Teresa says, and you
So
don't even have to grunge it up, but that isn't blood on it, is it?
no, that's
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
color of the fabric.
yeah. So,
There's a little dirt on it, but
mhm. Okay, and we got this
no, if it
paint
was blood, I would not have picked it up.
on here.
Hi,
So
Teresa.
I don't know what else. I got some ribbon out here. And we got more ribbon. I got this on my desk. Oh, I screwed up big time the other day.
What did you do?
Well, I had a new friend over and was showing her how to make postcards because, she didn't know. And she was all excited about it. Looks like cheesy cloth a bit, yeah. Anyway, so was telling her different things she could use to do her postcards, to do this and that. And I had, about this much Liquitex matte medium left in the bottom of this bottle.
Right.
Okay. But I had run out of Mod Podge in both my bottles. So after she left, I picked up the bottles off the. Hi, Mama Juju. I picked up both the bottles off the table, mixed Mod Podge and glue in them. So this one is a mixture of Mod Podge glue and my last of my matte medium. So I hope I don't need matte medium for anything because
yeah, and I hope it'll work good the way you normally use it too.
Right, because I don't know. So, um, needless to say, I'm going to mix up another Mod Podge and glue and not take that with me. But I was like, dang it, Tanya, why did you do that? It was just, okay, that's enough for right this minute. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but we'll see because I have a few things. And I have this funny page with these blue dots, which is kind of like the same blue as is in this. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do this page. What is, oh, that's what's on there. That's my parking lot treasure page. That's going to be hard to work. Okay. Gonna need some big old clamps. Oh, yeah. Big clamps. Oh, good. Don't have any big clamps. My big clamps have disappeared. Looks like it's a testing day today. Yeah, probably. What was it I was gonna Mod Podge anyways? Oh well, I'm gonna test my gonna test my acrylics. I don't know. We'll figure out somehow. Because this page is lumpy, I can't really work on this page like that. So I'm bending my book backwards, and that's the nice thing about being able to make your own journal. You can bend the book backwards.
That's right.
It's a little not flat, but it's close enough. I could put something under there. Just a minute. I'll find something. No, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just work on it this way. So,
the book board for that. It would still be foldy though, because it would be.
Yeah, it's all right. I could.
It wouldn't be flat.
Yeah, it'd still be lumpy. So it's good the way it is. So I'm happy with it. That's okay. I think I'm going to cut this out. So. And my new Mod Podge. Yes, my new Mod Podge. I think I told y'all. Maybe no, because I went off on my trip, so I didn't tell y'all. So this friend came for me to teach her how to do the postcards. And I realized that morning when I was getting stuff out, set it on the dining room table to show her how I did mine, that right before we left on our spring trip, I used the last of my Mod Podge. Okay, and you guys know I buy a big bottle, right?
Yeah.
I covered it with washi tape. Yeah. I mean, I buy now in the past, I've bought the one that was square, so it's not really a gallon. The glue bottle I have is a gallon. But I remembered after I went hunting for it to fill up my Mod Podge bottles that I had enough Mod Podge for that day. I just didn't have enough for the trip or anything. I remember, oh, Tanya, you used it. Well, I had already been to Joann's that morning because I had a 60% off coupon. And gotten myself another box of Posca pins because, I decided I wanted them for 60% off.
A box of what?
Another box of Posca pins. They're I think they're the jeweled tones or something like that.
Yeah.
And at 60% off, it was a pretty decent deal. I think like $10 or $12, something like that. And, you can hardly buy one for that price. So
that's
a box of 8 was a pretty good price. So I get home and I realize I don't have any Mod Podge. I'm like, okay, great. Just use my 60% off coupon. So I start looking at my emails, and I've got a second one that has a different number. So Jeff says, well, you probably ought to just go back to Joann's right now while you can and get the Mod Podge. So I get in there, and they actually have big gallon jugs, which is easier to pour, and probably because it has a smaller opening,
Right.
probably will actually last, not get as thick, because sometimes the Mod Podge gets a little thick. Anyhow, so I go to get it, and that gallon is $61. Now, the one I used to get, the square one,
Yeah.
had always been right about $26. It's gone up to 41.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm buying the big one since I have a 60% off coupon. I paid $25 for it because of the 60% off coupon. So it was worth going back to the store for one item.
Yeah. Well, and you'll be
Especially,
good for a while now.
I'll be good for a while. And the thing of it is that, in since 2018, when I really started doing, maybe probably a little before, started doing a lot of this and using the Mod Podge and everything. I've used 2 of those big, huge square ones. But yeah, Julie, that's a huge price hike. But Jeffrey went after lawnmower blades the other day. He used to get those same lawnmower blades. I think he told me for like $34. They were almost $50. He had a bad day. Oh, did he have a bad day? First off, the other day his Jeep wouldn't start. I mean, absolutely wouldn't start. It took Brandon several hours to figure out what was wrong with it. They got it started, got it in the garage, got some new stuff put on it. Still got to have some other stuff done. But so that happened. And then the next morning, he went to mow the lawn and hit a root with the lawnmower and bent blades that are only from the spring, brand new blade.
Oh
bent it,
dear.
bent it like this. It won't work that way.
Oh
Can't
goodness.
be fixed. Had to go buy new blades to mow the lawn. And the thing of it is, I'm sure he's mowed over that root many, many times. The dirt around it must have washed out or something.
Yeah. I think I overdid the ink on that.
Well,
Plus, it's
that's
being on that
amazing.
slicky paper. It
Oh, uh-huh. You're gonna have to use
slid.
something to. You're gonna have to use
Anyway,
something
it's
to dry it.
interesting.
I was
Yeah, I'll
gonna say,
definitely have to try it.
what stencil is that? It's cool looking.
It's this one of those I found. I think I was using them last time, and I told you about finding
Oh
them
yeah,
and
that you think
thinking I
may
got
have.
them from Amazon, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah. So it's not really stencil. It's a rubber stamp.
I mean, a stamp. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a stamp.
Okay.
I said stencil, but I was wrong.
That's all right. I use Nana glue. It's great and cheap to make Creative Nana, AKK Sheila's glue recipe. Well, Mama Juju, I use a mixture of. I put half a bottle of Mod Podge in here. I don't like Mod Podge by itself because it sticks to itself. Even dry, it sticks to itself. So I use half a bottle of Mod Podge, half a bottle of Elmer's Glue All, which is a PVA glue. And then, depending upon how thick it is, sometimes I have to add a tablespoon or so of water. So that's what I use. That's what I like. So, okay, so because we have all this stuff on our table, I think we will find one of these because, we have them. Okay, I kind of like that one. But this one's good too. Okay. And I think we will stamp some butterflies on these because, we need some butterflies today. I have this butterfly stamp. But I go through a lot of Mod Podge, especially when we're off on a trip, because I do what do I want to say? I do postcards every day for my mom. So is it really wet? You're gonna have to get out your heat gun?
I did the heat gun and it didn't seem to dry it. It's like,
Ooh.
no, this isn't working. So I'm gonna do this and take up some. And it may be drier than it looks. It may just be shiny.
Uh-huh. What glue did you use? Or what glue? What ink did you use? Oh, yes. And those take a bit to dry because
Yeah.
because they're pigment. Yeah.
But they so pretty.
I like them because they're pretty. What?
I
What'd
said
you
they're
say?
so pretty.
Yes, I like them because they're pretty, but they just don't dry real well.
Anyway, I think that'll be good enough.
Oh, I think this ink pad needs some ink. Let's find my little ink pad. Oh, that one's brown. Don't want brown one. Oh, somewhere along the line, I managed to get myself a new set of the little babies, which will be nice because then I can, because you can't even see because it's not where you can see focused. Just a minute, I'll fix it.
Yeah, I know what you mean though, because mine are shredded like that too.
Yeah, they're just shredded on the edges. The coffee and the black one are just shredded. They're like they've turned into little, I don't know, mouse eating things. So but okay, I may have to re-ink this one too. We'll see. And I don't have any padding under there, so it's probably not going to be the best thing. Okay, I think we need to just re-ink. Let's re-ink. That happens.
Well, I need y'all all to please be praying for Darren's brothers and his sister. His father passed away Friday night.
Oh no.
And so and I'm the only one that's actually here in town, so they've had a hard time getting to come see him while he was in the hospital and everything, so it's kind of hard on him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in a bad place, but he wasn't in a place where we expected him to pass away. We thought he was going to have to go to a nursing home, and nobody was looking forward to that because that's not what we want for him. But anyway, he's in heaven instead, so that's better for him.
Yeah,
it's still hard,
especially since the nursing home. If he was not well. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Okay, I'm waiting for my stamp pad to soak up the ink a little bit. There we go. See, that's better. Now then, we'll ink these because now we have ink.
Yay, ink's important. What would we do without ink?
I don't know. I don't think we could exist without ink, but that's me.
Yeah, I think we probably could, but it would be harder. It would not be nearly as satisfying a life without ink.
There you go.
Okay, well, here's my page, except I'm going to put some words.
Oh, boy, that was cute and quick, and I like
Yeah.
your Coca-Cola thing. Okay.
I had that one and I thought, well, I'll just flatten it out mostly. So it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly flattened.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have
And
to check I have to figure out who's texting me.
find some words.
Um, I think I had words on my table. So,
The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them.
there you go.
Ernest Hemingway.
Lisa's starting my socks. Yay! Probably gonna need them because you know, we're going to the UP this month. It's gonna be chilly, but we will survive. Let me find out what was my phone doing. Oh, nothing.
Oh, this one's good. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Okay, that is a very good one. Okay, these are going to take a little bit to dry because I used, I didn't use my StazOn. I used my archival. So we'll just leave them a minute and work on the rest of it. Because they're a little bit wet. But I need to ink this. Well, yeah, especially since we're like, what's today's the 15th? We're only about 10 days out before we're getting ready to leave. So, Orange Blossom, is that what I used? I think so. I think we're going to try that anyways. Thanks, Julie. I think I bought it with the intention of taking it off the block and cutting it up so that I had individual butterflies. And I'm quite sure I got it, discounted.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This was not the ink I should use on that.
Oh.
Oh, Lisa, why did you
She
even
make a
keep
mess.
going?
She's
Yes.
making a mess.
I'm
First,
making a mess.
First, she can't find something that she had 20 minutes ago, and now she's making a mess.
I even
Now-
went and looked in the trash because I thought maybe I accidentally threw it away. But
Well,
anyhow.
the other thing I had problems with was I was looking for the wrong kind of tote. So apparently, when we moved into the other space, I had a different tote. So, but I still thought I had some others, and doesn't matter. I just keep wondering, what I did, but it took me almost an hour, guys, to find something. And then I found stuff that if I had been looking for it, would have not known where to look. Okay, I think we're going to cut off this part. That turns me off trying that ink. Oh.
Well, it is messy. If you're not impatient like me, it's good ink to use. But if you're impatient like me, it might be better to use something else.
Yeah, pigment ink takes a while to dry. Now, the reason these things are taking a while to dry when I used, my archival ink is because of what they are. I mean, that's a paint sample that's been sealed, so it takes a minute. I think they're dry now, but...
And, of course, I put it down crooked.
That's all right. That's all right. It's allowed to be crooked. We're going to definitely allow that today because, we have to allow stuff like that. Okay, we're going to tear off this part. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm getting there.
All right. I'm going to set this aside and let it finish drying. Oh. I have several things I'm thinking about trying to do today, but I haven't.
You haven't got the stuff out to do?
Well, I just haven't decided for sure what I want to do, I guess, is what it really amounts to. But I saw some stamps that were just oval shapes with lines through them. And I thought it might be fun to do some, several oval shapes here together.
Oh,
And so I'm going to try that.
Is that an eraser? Okay. And did you paint the back of it?
I put Sharpie on the back because I drew something on it and I didn't like it. So I just Sharpied over the whole thing.
Well, because I recently watched somebody, and I don't remember who it was, and she wasn't using eraser. She was doing lino cuts, with linoleum.
Yeah.
And she painted her linoleum because then she could see the cuts. And see how much better you can see what you've taken out?
It does help. And that's one reason I went ahead and just did the whole thing, because I knew I would never be able to see whatever I drew.
Right.
Because of the other things I had drawn.
Right.
And so I thought, well, I'll just cover the whole thing and then I'll just do something where I don't draw,
Well, and the other thing is I think she drew on the black paint with a regular pencil, like a lead pencil. And it kind of showed up. So Delicata gold and silver, and it takes a while to dry, but it's worth it because it's very bright metallic. Yeah, sometimes the inks are worth doing. Okay, let's. I think my husband fixed a Pop-Tart. It smells very sweet.
They do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alaska Lisa, that's okay. I will live without them, but we are going to the UP first because we want to experience it, and we have found that a lot of the campgrounds close October 15th, so we have to do that first. So we're gonna drive pretty hard to get there.
Kathy says, mine just fixed a Pop-Tart too. Smells like brown sugar and cinnamon in my house right now.
Kathy, that's exactly what it smells like here. Brown sugar and cinnamon. Yep.
I couldn't find my regular set of these, and these were some Hannah had. And she didn't want to take them with her, and so I thought, well, I'll just use them.
Okay, there you go. Okay. To stamp on? I don't know. I've stamped on them forever and ever when I had them. There's all kinds of things you can do with them. Of course, it's the last thing I need is more paper, but you know how that goes. what was I going to say? We came home to a busted mailbox.
Oh no.
Oh, these fools that are putting in the storm drains, they have pretty much damaged every mailbox on the street. And ours is brick around the mailbox. They managed to knock the brick, break it, and tear up the door of our mailbox. It's like, okay, good grief, guys. And it means that they're running that huge equipment up and down our road way too fast, which we already knew, but
Yeah.
okay, let's put these.
Are they going to fix it? Your sister wants to know.
Well, they didn't fix the next door neighbors, but they gave her a check, which is fine.
Well, if it's a big enough check, that's good. It works
Yeah,
fine.
that works fine. And yeah, if they gave us the same check, we'll fix it ourselves. The neighbor across the street, they put in a new box, but they just put a cheapy little tiny itty bitty metal box when she had a bigger metal box and this little cute little wooden house over it. Plus, they took and used the same pole after they broke it and put it in the ground so it doesn't sit high enough for her to reach it from the car window.
Oh dear.
So anyways, yes, Jeff has to take care of that Monday. It's one of those things he didn't do this week. He should have, but it's there's so much going on that he just didn't get it done this week. And then after his lovely couple of days of everything being broke, it was just the way it worked. So.
Yeah, that's good, Lisa. Well, it was close, but luckily it didn't poke me.
Phone was darker and told me 5% battery. Ooh, that's bad when that happens.
Yeah, I better lurk.
Yep. It doesn't really take much of this glue to stick something down, but we don't want it coming off.
No, we don't. That looks really cool on there.
Thank you. Then this one is going to go on here. I think like that. Oh, this is going to be fun to glue. You should have seen him. We were out there last week trying to get ready to go, right? So to get ready to go, we have to pull our, basically we have a school bus. If you think about it, that's what I've had to tell people in the past. When you think how big a school bus is, that is how big our RV is, basically. And so we have to pull it out in the street, and then we have to put our car on it, attach it. Well, so this is a residential street. Car can go back and forth just fine, and we're not taking up that much of the street. Lisa, a good glue stick, but this is kind of pricey for that kind of project. Just a minute. I have some other that I really like that I used to use all the time. Oh, bother. It's Tombow. I know I have one. Give me just a second and I'll find it. Ooh, but I'm going to have to get Jeff to go turn the air conditioner down. Oh, I know why. The fans aren't on. Okay, why did it fall out the back? Huh.
And I don't have any of that. I've had some in the past, but I don't have
Well,
any
but
right now. So.
and it's easy. It's easy to use, and it's you can buy it just about anywhere. Just a minute, I'll go find one. I know I have one. I just have to find it. I just don't understand why it's not right there unless I used it for something somewhere else. This is probably what happened. It probably got empty and I probably used it for some other purpose. I had to turn the fan on anyway, so that was good to get. Oh dear. Okay. This one I got at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. This Tombow liquid. It's called Aqua Mono Glue. You want the one with the blue cap. Okay. First off, it's got a very tiny little tip. We're going to take it out of this container since I don't have any. For one reason, Lisa, is that I like the blue lid because it's permanent. And I used this all the time until I started using the Art Glitter Glue. Just a minute. You can buy this most places. Definitely at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, if you've got a Joann's. Probably at Target, Walmart. Okay. The deal is it's got a really tiny tip. See how tiny it is? It will come out of there pretty good and fast, but it also has a nice big tip on the other end. I almost never used that, but it is there. The thing about this glue is that this one, the minute you put something down, you better be planning on that's where it's going to stay. It doesn't move. You can pick your piece of paper back up with this. So that is something. You do not need a ton of glue. It's much more liquid than this one. So that is a really cool stamp, Lisa.
Nice.
Really cool. But this is, I would say this one, I used this for years. We have both Michael's and Joann's. Yeah, you can get this at either one. Likely as not, you could get it at Walmart. And it's permanent once it's dry. The green one, let me think about the green one. I think the green one is that if you let it dry, then it's repositionable. But I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay, yes. Okay, you use the green lidded one and it dries sticky. But if you rub isopropyl alcohol over it with a tissue, straight away it comes off. Hi, Tony.
Welcome, Tony.
Yep, welcome. That's the thing, that the green one is like a repositionable type glue kind of thing. And I've never used a lot of that kind of glue. If I want that, I have something very specific for moving things around over and over and over again. And that is this. Aileen's tack it over and over, and it doesn't take, but it's a tiny little dot of this. When I was I've taken some of my rubber stamps off the wood blocks, and I've used a bit of this on the back to stick to the acrylic blocks, and this works really well. You could use tacky glue, Lisa, if you've got tacky glue, but I don't. I find this a pain. It's thick. It's hard to get out. This would, what you want is probably better. Okay, I just like to know where my other one of these went, so it's all right. Ah, I found it.
There it is. What where it's supposed to be.
Well, it's getting empty. See, it's getting down there, so I stuck it in there. Okay. Found it.
Well, at least you know where it is now.
Tombow one, is it good for fabric as well? Well, I think it's supposed to stick anything, but I don't think it's as good as art glitter glue. Yeah, I'll live, Lisa. I just inhaled air. What does this say? It says it's washable. I don't know what that means, but photos, poster board, cardboard, paper, etc. Goes on clear, dries clear. It's washable. It doesn't say anything about fabric. I'm pretty sure I've used it on some fabric before, but it's hard telling. Okay, let's finish this page because, you know, Lisa's working on something else, and here I am fiddling around on this page when we have other testing to do. So, all right. Which one do I like? I like this one. And maybe these two. Because, you know, we need 3. We can't have just 2.
No. Butterflies need friends.
What are you both making today? Tony, every Sunday I do this thing where I take the scraps that were on my table, whatever, and I make a tiny little journal page in this little junky journal that I have made. Just depends on, I call it my leftover scraps that were on my table. You know, that's
and
how
I did this little page with her
and
in my little book.
little page. And
but now I'm carving a stamp.
And Lisa's carving a stamp now. You never know what my page is going to look like because you never know what little leftovers were in on my table. I also have a little basket because sometimes I do actually clean my table up. Sometimes. And I haven't got very far. Lisa got hers all done, and I haven't gotten very far. So, and hello to everybody who's here. Sorry you have a sore throat, Lisa. Etc. Make me feel like I'm left hanging for lack of information. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to have to switch glasses here. Oh, I got fancy new readers because my eyes were getting really tired, and I finally found some of the blue light readers.
Oh,
that were reasonably priced. So
that's awesome.
Ollie's, if you need these things and you want blue light readers, Ollie's has some. They were $3.50 or so, I think. $3.54, something like that. And they had them in different, you know, I have to have different magnifications for the computer or for up close. So I got both. I was able to get both. I really should have gotten more because we were in Dothan, and Helen and I both are sorry that we didn't get more things while we were in Dothan. There were a couple of things we should have gotten more of. Jeffrey got a new pillow, and it's really nice, and he really likes it. He wished he bought two packages. And I should
Yeah,
have gotten
pillows are
more
kind of
reading.
like bras. When you find one you like, you better buy more than one.
Right, but we didn't know we liked it.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
didn't. But if I had bought it and he bought two packages and he didn't like them, I could have taken them back
That's true.
when we got home. We weren't
But
going
we
back to
don't always think
Dothan.
of those things.
Nope. So we have the packaging, and so we can buy another one if we find it. So that are also making little book pages. Yes, I am working on my little book number 5. Yes, she's okay. Yeah, and I always use my scraps, Tony. I pick up the little junky pieces that are on the table, and I try to use the things that are on the table. Sometimes this little piece of paper right here, this thing, it was somewhere else this morning, and it was not in a place where it belonged. So I brought it over here thinking, I might use that. And this, I was doing something last week. What was I do? Or 2 weeks ago when I tested ink on a stencil. No, that may have been, I may have done that the day that Kim was here, and I was showing her how to do some stuff for her postcards. That may have been what I did.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
My thing is not tightening up like it's supposed to.
Uh-oh. Can you get the blade completely out?
Yep.
Has it got some kind of, dirt in it?
I don't know. It shouldn't. It's like it just twists, but it doesn't do anything. And it wasn't like that. I mean, I've used it for quite a while, and it wasn't like that, so I don't know.
I've been doing this a while, Tony. Very early on in my channel, I made, I don't know, something like 80 little tiny junk journals like this and sent them out to people. And asked them to journal along with me on Sundays when I did my live stream. And since then, I don't have as many journals as Barbara, but Barbara usually does a 2-page spread, and I usually only do just 1 page. So, I end up with fewer pages than she does. Okay, that's good. I can put these up and put this back. And I like these little tiny pages. It's just one of those things that I've always kind of enjoyed the little pages.
I finally managed to get it to tighten up.
Okay. And these were, apparently I got them out for something else last week and didn't pick them up and put them away. So I've also got this stuff out. I think I'm just going to use the word imagine, though. I think that's just what I want.
Okay.
So we kind of art journal in a little tiny book every week, 1 page, and then we go on to other things. And I guess I'm doing some testing today because I have some things I need to find out if they're good or not so that I can take them on my trip.
And I'm just playing with various projects. Just happy to be here with my friend.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to be together very much this summer.
We haven't. It's kind of sad. But we both had so much to do.
Yeah, it's just been, I don't know, it's just been. Julie, another thing about stamping on these, just a minute, paint chip thingies. Just let me think. I can't think right now. These paint chip thingies, please, is that when you cut out the pieces, like I'm doing these butterflies, they're kind of like more like ephemera. They're not. They are cardstocky weight, so they're not gonna get bent if I used one for a tab or stuck a wing out somewhere or something like that. Desk is a mess right now. It has a combination of Halloween and Christmas all over it. Yeah. Mine just has a pile of stuff everywhere, but that's just, I have stuff everywhere. I was telling Lisa when I first came on, we changed campers, you know, things don't fit in the same spots anymore. So the tubs I've had in the past don't work. So, it's one of those things where we're trying to figure out what we're doing with what. And so I was out there working on that yesterday, and I had a pile of wires in the yeah, I love that. I really like how this came out. I'm done. I'm gonna call it
It looks
good.
good.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. Yep. I knew what you meant, Lisa. I was going to use this, but I don't think I'm going to now. So I keep getting it out, but it doesn't get used. And I am going to throw away a few little scrappies here. See, there's a little pile right here that's going in the trash can. Now let me back up a little bit. Okay. Thanks, guys. I like how it came out. I got to put the date on it, and then we'll try testing out some of this paint. And the date today is September 15th.
I'll tell you, this month's going by so fast.
Yeah, and what's under there? Oh, a piece of something. Anyways, it took me I've been trying to figure out how to, okay, we have tire monitors and brake monitors and cell phone chargers, and so we have all of these wires up front, and we have 2 plugs. We actually have a place where you can plug in a cigarette lighter, of all things, and then there's a power port. So I've been trying to figure out how to get all of that, and the dash camera and stuff like that's not even plugged in yet, and get the wires all sorted out and get things put where we can see them, but not just thrown on the floor, because that's where they've been for the last, while. So yesterday I spent an hour and a half figuring all that mess out. It's like,
oh goodness.
Ooh. So
that's mentally exhausting.
It was, but it looks so much nicer, and it's neater, and we won't be stepping on stuff and stuff like that. So I'm real pleased. And not only that, the coloring in this one kind of goes with this one. So
yeah, it looks great. I don't think you could have. I mean, I can't even
that's
think
what Barbara
anything
said
that would have been better.
Yeah, Barbara said that too, and I really do like how it came out. But I love the little bits of other colors in this one, so we'll put that up there. Then I think what we'll do is we'll do this testing of these. I have 2 small sets of small acrylic tubes. that I need to make sure the paint in them is still good. I mean, I don't have to do all the tubes. I just have to test a couple of them to see. So, let's see if I pull this one. I pull the blues out of this one.
Okay, Tanya, tell me what you
Yes, sir.
think. Should I do like just one or two more like this, or should I do all of the big ones like this?
Well, here's the thing. Now that you did those two on the same side like that, I personally would do them all the oval,
That's
not the little
that's
round
kind of how
circle.
I feel too. I wish I'd done this
Yeah.
one and that one and this one,
Yep.
but I
That's
didn't.
but you didn't.
So,
So that's okay. It's just that if you had, then you could have left a variety. But now that you've done those two right next to each other, I kind of think like they all need to be done.
yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was just
Hmm.
hoping that you would think something different and I could go with your thought.
Oh, thank you,
Mm.
Barbara. Anyway, so I'm going to pull those two out for this one, and then I'll pull some kinky colors out with. Let's see here. Maybe is that gray? What does that say it is? Doesn't say. Looks kind of gray to me, so I don't think we'll use that one. We'll use this pink. I know I'm not a pink person, but I think we'll use those two out of that. We'll set these aside. And to test those, I'm just going to do some flowers in this book.
Thanks, Julie.
Maybe just two more might work with.
That's too late now.
Yeah.
I
And
felt
I'm
like
going
I
to have,
needed to do either 3 or 5, but then if I did, I couldn't figure out which 5 to do.
yeah. And I'm going to have to
So,
excuse myself and go turn the air conditioner down. So I'm going to make Lisa big for a minute. I'll be back in just a minute.
alrighty. I don't think this is any more exciting big than it is little, but we'll go with it. I think I'm going to do these two, and I'm going to leave these two since I've got some others. But that still makes an even number. Oh, well, we'll do those two and then we'll decide. Or maybe I could just do that one. I don't know. These two are small, so I'm not doing these, these small ones. I think I'm going to do these two and leave that one. Oh, Julie says do the middle one. So now I'm stuck trying to decide. I think I'm going to do the two bigger ones and leave that small one. Since I've got some small ones, I can leave that one, I think, fine. But since I don't have any other big ones, if I leave these two big ones, I think it'll look funny. So I don't know. That's what I'm going to go with. Those kinds of decisions are always hard because they're kind of irreversible. Once you start taking stuff out, you're kind of stuck taking stuff out. So Yeah, I think that's what I think I'll be happier with that.
Oh, I kicked over my pile. Just a minute. I can't hear anything. So, okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. Do the middle one. Okay.
Yeah, we changed our mind about that.
Okay.
Or I did anyway.
I'll have to show you what my sweet husband did for me. He's done it before, but okay. I had this set of paintbrushes that they have these. They were huge and long, really long. And I hate long paintbrushes. It's just one of those
Yeah.
things. And a real artist that paints would like that because they use them in different ways. But for me, they've always been a pain. So this one he cut off ages ago. So I'm trying to get my stuff ready to go, and I'm going to take this acrylic paint this time, and I get out some other paintbrushes, and I'm like, gosh, I hate these things. So he just went and took them and cut them all off for me so that they'll fit in my little
Yay.
case. So I'm like, yes, that's just perfect. Now this is a long case. It actually gets about that long, but I still don't like long paintbrushes. So he fixed them for me today. So, all right.
Well, I'm going to stamp it off and see what I like. But right now, just looking at it, these two really stand out.
Yep, they do.
And I don't think I want that.
Nope.
So I think they're too big to leave. These,
Yeah.
Are small enough.
Yeah, that you think you can leave them. I agree with you. I think you're right. Okay.
All right,
So
I'm just going to do it. And then
this,
I'm not even going to stamp them off. I'm just going to do it.
Okay. Well, that sounds good to me. Okay. I need a paper towel. Paper towel. I got just a little, paint palette. Okay, well, that paint seems to be okay. It's, it came out thin. There's not a lot in here, but that's, I've probably used them before. This one is a little thicker, but that's all right. It's probably good. And I've never, ever even opened this box of Crayola. Oh, see, they're not even open. So
they ought to be okay then, since
they ought to be fine.
You won't know till you try them out, but they ought to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think when I saw them, I picked them up specifically for the camper, and that's why they've always just been in the camper. You could do a second stamp with with the other way? Yeah, she could.
I could, but I probably won't.
Yeah.
Not today anyway. I might, if I really like this one, I might do another one, but not
guys,
today.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these painted pages to basically do something like this. That is my plan anyways. And I don't need to necessarily
I like it though.
Oh, I like it too. That is really cool. Now see, now that one is a little thick. And not the color I expected it to be.
Okay.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
What I had seen was a whole bunch of them, and they were mostly just this size and this size, but there was maybe one smaller one, so maybe 3 sizes. But they had done a whole bunch of them, and then they were all individual, and they had arranged them, on whatever they were doing. And I thought, I got one of those square ones. I'll just do a whole bunch of them at once.
At once. That's right.
But it'd be fun to have some of them that are individual.
Yeah,
I
because
think that
then,
would be fun
and you
too.
know what? It'd be fun to have a larger one
Yeah,
too. That's bigger, so that so that you have, what do I want to say?
choices.
Yeah, but also variety on the page.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I could do, make some individual ones out of this.
Yeah.
So, and then do one big one out of this. So I may end up doing that. But this is all of that I want to do today. I thought I wanted to do this one too, but these are not as precise as the ones I usually use, and so
Yes. Now
so I don't want to try to do that one.
I'm gonna do my what do you want to call that on this? My doodling on these. So I don't need anything more than just a little bit of an outline kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I just need a little bit of something to go around. And
All right. I'm gonna put these
and
back.
also when you add the black and white, it changes it completely.
It really does. It's amazing.
And the other thing is that I found I needed some smaller things. Just I want it for that book I'm going to work on.
I think I need to do my air conditioner too.
Barbara says the 3 along the one side would make almost in a line would make a great standalone stamp. And she's very right. This one is just boring. Okay, so these acrylics work fine. Let's finish off these pages with
Craft-A-Lunch.
Uh-oh. Well, that's where your bag is. It's in there. You know that, right? Okay.
Okay.
I like the kind of, oh, what do I want to call it? Okay, the kind of rough, not precision type painting that I was doing with those.
Yeah.
So, the doodling makes them much more precise. So, also, like I said, I need some little tiny ones. So, I think we're gonna.
I found this old leather.
Ooh,
I'm not
that's
sure
cool.
what it is. Says
Oh,
to put
looks like,
letters back here and cards in here.
and I'll bet you that a notepad went in the
Yeah,
top right hand little thing.
right here.
Yep.
Yeah, because the pen would go there, and then I don't know what you tuck in there. But I
Hmm.
thought it might be fun to make some small journals that I could just tuck in
On
like
both
this.
sides. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I could just replace them often.
Yep.
My first thought was just to sew one in, and then I thought, well, if I make skinny little ones, I can just stick it in my purse like this.
Yep. Yep. Barbara says
So,
it looks like a daytimer folder.
yeah, it may be. I don't know. It's leather though, and it's old, and I like it. So it's very
Uh-huh.
worn. Um, it's something we found at the thrift store, and Hannah grabbed it before me. But when she was packing up stuff to go, she gave it to me because she had never
Uh-huh.
done anything with it. So,
Yep.
but um, I've got this, and there's two sides to it, and I thought it's just thick enough. It might make a journal covers with these two sides
Yep. Mm-hmm.
stiff enough to go inside that.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Darren's family, we're all in a group text, and
Yeah, it's okay, hon.
they're
Understood.
working on
Hon,
stuff. So
yeah. When did he pass on?
Friday night.
Mm. Okay, I used up all, well, there's a little paint in here, so let's see what we can make it do. Okay. I used up most of the paint, and I'll doodle on those later. Put that in there. Okay. So the paint is good, so I can just go with that. So I'm good with that. I can just put those into my container. I don't remember if I told y'all that I got wish I had saved that old gray leather one I used in the 80s. Yeah, there you go. We get rid of something and then we go, why didn't I keep that? Jeffrey, at the last library book sale, Jeffrey got a whole bag of movies. And I think I ended up counting them. There was like 41 movies for $7, right? So, because
Yeah.
when we're out in the camper, and every once in a while we get where there is no signal, no telephone, no nothing. Happened several times this spring because we were in remote areas, especially in Arkansas. So he doesn't have his television, and my husband doesn't read like I read, so television's important. So he wanted movies, which is fine. The last time 2 times ago we went, he had gotten like 20 movies, I think. Well, this time he got 41. So now we have like 60 movies, DVDs. So I go to put them in the cupboard thinking, okay, I've got these two little baskets, and the baskets will go in the cupboard, and I can just stand them up in a line, and I can at least get, half of them in these two little baskets. They won't go through the cupboard door standing up.
Oh no.
So I have to lay them down. So he's got 20 movies in the two little baskets. I had gotten some other storage bins to put in the bunk beds while we were on our trip. His movies take up an entire storage bin.
Well, you'll be grateful for him sometime.
He will be, yeah. Julie's got her favorite coffee. Okay, so I got good paint. Now we have to see if the mess I made with the, I accidentally mixed, if you weren't here earlier, I wasn't paying attention and I used my Liquitex bottle to mix my Mod Podge and glue mixture in. So this had about this much Liquitex Mac Medium in it. So I don't know if it's going to work very well. So,
Well, it's an easy mistake to make, though, because that's what you always mix it in is one of those
yes,
bottles, you know.
I used one of these bottles. And the thing of it is that both of these bottles were marked very clearly that they were Mod Podge and glue. So, you know. Anyhow, so now we have to figure out if that will hold it down and if it will dry properly. So let's do something fun and stick something down and, I don't know, make a little cluster or something. We have this. Let's tear this. Okay. And let's cut this out. I'm going to make a little tiny collage is what we're going to do.
Yay, Kathy. Her battery's charged to 52%, so she can come back in chat.
She can chat again. And
she carved some little stamps, too.
Carved some little stamps. Right. Yeah. You know, I have all my stamps that we've carved in the past in this drawer right beside me, and I almost never get them out and use them, which makes me sad. Why do I do that stuff?
Well, I don't use any of my stamps very often, so my carved ones are getting neglected just as much as my bought ones.
Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh. Okay. There's a couple of little things there. Now then, I had stuff. The other day I painted some stuffs. There's it. Oh, okay. Use that. When I was playing with the photo paper, I did some jelly prints on some photo paper. You suppose I can find those? Yeah, here they are. I think that's what these are. Yeah, because this is, and then I stuck it to some cardstock, so. That one's not stuck to any cardstock, but. Oh, there they are. There they are.
Kathy said, I had some tiny pieces of rubber left from other stamps, carved live on one and live on one and love on the other and laugh on the third one. Then a tiny little half of an oval to use around the edge. Very cool.
Very cool.
Show them
Post
in the
some
group.
Pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have these, you know, weird background thingies on some photo paper that we can glue to some cardstock to maybe use as postcards. That's my next thing I think I'll do is to get to test this. We'll know when we test it. when it dries. We'll know if it works when it dries. So I was thinking that I could use that piece and this piece. Hmm. Maybe this. I did use my hand done stamps the other day though, because I did that fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy's gonna post it in the group. So Tony, if you're still here, it was Tony I think that asked what we were doing. Doesn't come often. I usually stream Sundays at 1:30. Lisa streams with me sometimes. We used to stream together on Thursdays, but it's been not happening lately. And I'm not sure, Lisa, have you been streaming on Thursday by yourself? Because I honestly have
Once in a
not had.
while. Once in a while, but not very often. It's just
Yeah.
hasn't worked out. And right now I'm taking my stepfather to go eat with the guys
Uh-huh.
on Thursdays, and so it doesn't work out. I could like stream at 3 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't done it because I don't know how that would work with everybody else,
Yeah.
and that makes for kind of a tiring day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think
Yep.
it'd be that big of a deal, but it's amazing how tiring it is to do that.
To do that, yeah. But I am going to be gone for a couple of months. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to be okay. So
And I am planning to stream at Tanya's time on Sundays while
okay.
she's gone.
Okay.
Just because that is a good time for me, and because that way it'll keep the time slot. People will be used to coming to that time slot
Coming to
anyway.
that time slot. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. I don't. I kind of like this on there, but I don't like this white butterfly. So I think we'll. Um, don't like those either. Okay. Okay, this is the box from some washi tape.
I didn't tell y'all, but this is the box from these little quotes, like I used on my little page today.
Okay.
Another one of those things I found as I was looking through stuff. So
Through stuff, yeah. There they are. This says, embrace all that is you. Now, here's something I always do with my postcards when I use something like this. Sometimes I use what do I want to call it? A business card or something like that. And it can be something that happens that, oops, it's ruined. And you just have to go with it. I always take off some of the back of it. It's just one of those things that has to happen. It's too heavy to go on the postcard the way it is. So I probably should have trimmed it probably should have peeled it before I cut the stamp edge on it, but most of the time you can at least take off one layer on the back. This one is really thick, so I'm going to try to take off some more. And even if it's not completely even across the back, it will make it work on a postcard better. It wouldn't be necessary on a page. It's just that's just too thick to leave on a postcard. I can guarantee it'll catch in the machine, and then your postcard will be done. And you can ask, how can you guarantee that? And I can tell you from experience. Yeah. Those are the ones that, well, I can't tell you that's all the ones that get tore up going to Mom, but maybe 3 weeks ago, neighbor down around the corner from us brought us some mail. In it was a postcard to my mom from our spring trip. We've been home a few months. And it was to my mom. It had gone
there.
Oh, it had gone somewhere weird. I don't know. Oh, around the corner, they get our mail all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's 140 Beeland, and we're 140 Camden, and apparently the post office people can't read the name of the street.
Yeah, I used to get mail all the time for 2009 South Tyler instead of 2009 South Polk. It's like, okay, there is no difference in the names of those streets. I mean, nothing the same about the names of the streets.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Had this discussion with Helen the other day because, you can't, we tried having our mail forwarded so that we didn't have it piling up in the box.
Yeah.
And the neighbor didn't have to get it, that kind of thing. They didn't forward us. They put forwarding stickers on the mail, but didn't forward the mail. It was ridiculous. So
I got mail for someone else. It was addressed at my address, but it was some name of somebody who's never lived here. And it was some kind of a cash card. And several times, I mean, I've gotten these like 5 months in a row. And the first 3 times I put not at this address, or this person does not live at this address, and put it back on the post office box, on the mailbox. And they got it and took it away. And in the 2 days it came back. I was like, okay, obviously that does nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I could have made it more clear, but anyway, the rest of them I just threw away. I'm like, I'm sorry, you put down the wrong address. It's just going to get thrown away.
Yeah.
I tried.
Okay.
There's my little eco print.
That's cool.
Leaf print thing that I'm using to make my little I didn't check the width. This may not work. Oh, yay, it does. Okay. Good. I wasn't sure if it would fit.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, that might be better.
I'm thinking about using an ink pen and outlining these leaves.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
I think it would. But I'm going to let this dry like this first. And then I'll come back and do that, and I'll add papers inside. While that's doing that, I'm going to make the second one.
All right, that's what I'm going to do right there. Okay, but first I think I need to ink some things. But what color do I want?
I was too, Barbara. I was too.
She was holding her breath. Okay.
Yeah, she was helping me out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, I think we're going to ink this.
Here's a picture of Darren's parents. And here's a picture of Darren and his brothers and sister.
Oh my goodness.
And if you look at that picture of Darren, he looks so much like Ethan, you would never. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that same age, they looked a lot alike. There was a little bit of a difference in the shape of their mouth, and their color of their eyes is completely different, but they both have small eyes for their face,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't really
Yeah.
notice that difference, you know. Anyway.
Well, Ethan's also got the tall build.
Yeah, and the red hair and
Uh-huh.
all of that.
Okay.
And let me use that one because it all comes off.
Okay. All right. Kind of know what I'm doing now. Get these out of the way. We can try out this stuff. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Love the botanicals. I
Thanks.
love those eco prints. I love doing them. I love using them. I love making them. I
Well, these
think
didn't turn out great, but
it's into rain outside.
oh, I wish we were getting some rain outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
there's
you know, that storm, we caught the edge of it. We didn't get near as much as they kept telling us we were going to get.
yeah.
We barely got any rain at all, but we have been getting rain a little bit here and there. Thank heavens, because I will tell you what, for being the rainiest city in the country, we had dry grass that was crunchy.
Oh, well, we needed the rain so bad, and yesterday they were saying we were going to get rain, and it literally went
Yeah,
around our
right.
town. I was like, seriously?
You know,
They
Brandon
get
says
rain
that.
around us all the time. We need rain right here.
Brandon says that's because of the heat that builds up in the city.
I believe that. All the asphalt and concrete and yeah, it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. But I don't like it even if it makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. The question will come is if with the silly matte medium in it, if it will get the protective type coating on it that it needs for a postcard. That is
Yeah.
my concern. Because now I usually end up putting more than one layer on my postcards. So that's all right with me to have to do more than one layer. But is it actually going to give me that coating? And we won't know probably today because I probably won't get it dry.
Well, Julie, most trees and shrubs that are up here where we live are all planted. Not very much is
Natural.
the cedar and mesquite and cactus is about all that's natural. So
No.
and people do plant a lot, as you know, trees and shrubs and stuff, but it's just not enough to make up for all the roads and the
Yep.
buildings and
Oh, and they're going to make a giant parking lot near us, so we're getting a Costco.
oh, cool.
No, it's not.
No,
I do not want it. Not where they're going to put it.
oh well, there is
It'll
that.
be 2 blocks from my house.
Oh, yeah, I can understand.
Yep. It's going to cause all. Okay, so this does not want to go down. It doesn't want to seal. Okay.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Kathy. Yeah, it's yeah, they're taking up most of a mile, half of a mile square basically. And it's way too close to our house.
Yeah. Don't think I'd want one 2 blocks from my house either.
And it's just going to make a nightmare to get in and out of our subdivision.
Yeah.
Okay, so the paint that was underneath is kind of coming up with that card. So okay, but I think I got that to stick down. So now let's find some place to stick this while it dries. Okay, do we have a piece of? Yes, we do. Oh no, that was not good.
That did not sound good. That
No.
sounded like what happened in here, except more worser.
More worse. More worse. Yeah, it's more worse, that's for sure. Yeah, I kind
I
of
just
made
had a small one.
yeah, I kind of
It
made a
didn't sound small.
big mess. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
All righty, we'll be here. Yeah, I have a membership to Sam's, Julie, but I don't to Costco. And you do have to pay for the membership to Sam's, but I get enough cash back in a year to pay my membership, and that's it. I'm not good. Once I don't do that anymore, I won't be having a membership.
Well,
But as
we've
long
had a
as I
membership.
still get enough cash back, I'll have a membership.
We've had a membership to Sam's for 32 years. It said the other day, and
Wow.
but you're right. The cash back I get pays for my Sam's membership, and I actually have the slightly more expensive membership to Sam's because then I can go in the store early.
And you also get more cash back.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
And
because I have the credit card, I get
oh,
more
I don't
cash
have.
back from the credit
Yeah,
card.
I don't have their credit card, but
But all I put on it is stuff I buy at Sam's. So,
Sam's. Well,
but it does help pay for the Plus membership to have the credit card and get more
yeah.
cash back.
I like to be able to go in at 8 o'clock. It's I go get my blood work and I can go to Sam's, or I go to the doctor and I can go directly to Sam's and not have to wait. And there are certain things I buy there that are a whole lot cheaper than buying
gas.
them.
One thing I get there that's cheaper.
Yeah, if I'm over there, I'll get gas there, but it doesn't pay me to drive over there for gas.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
mine's
saying?
not very far. I could run down the street to Toot and Totem and get gas,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like 2 miles to Sam's, so
It's about 6.
it's worth it to go ahead and go over there because it's
Costco
like
pizza we don't make
10 to 15 cents cheaper.
Uh-huh. And see, I have right up the street, there is a Walmart Market, and Walmart Market has a gas station, and their gas is only a couple, a few cents, maybe a nickel more than Sam's. So uh, I don't get that good a deal on gas at Sam's when I can get it right up the street for.
Yeah.
And I don't. Of course, in my car, I don't use that much gas. I use some. Don't get me wrong. I do definitely use some. Okay. Okay. All right.
I don't know
Where?
what to do with these, but it's can't throw them away.
Let me see them. I don't know. It looks like a master board in your future.
It could be. It could be.
Cheap margaritas and now ice cream bars. Oh,
That's a big pizza, Julie.
yeah.
If it's only a quarter of it'll fit in your oven.
Yeah, because, well, of course, I have a pretty big oven.
I don't, because I have one of those silly in the wall ovens.
Yeah, my brother in law's oven like that got locked here recently. He could not get it open.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, he had to take the thing out of the wall. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. It looks okay, but it's a little thin because, the stuff was thin. So I might have to use it in the first layer and put Mod Podge, my own glue mixture over the second layer.
Okay, I'm gonna let this one dry now.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to do now?
We'll go back to working on this one.
Well, if this were dry, I'd paint another batch of. Yeah, it's not going to be dry. I'm thinking about whether or not I should just take a trimmer. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I got it at the thrift store. I'm trying to look and see if it says $5, but I know I didn't pay that, so it must have been 50% off day or something.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't think I would have bought it for $5 since I have other trimmers.
And
But
I had a little trimmer like that in some stuff I had, and I actually sent it to the thrift store.
maybe it's
Because
yours.
no, because mine was blue. I just didn't. The one I had didn't work well enough for me to fuss with. Now that's cool because that's got enough grit on it. You could use it as a. Hi, Dana. Um, as a scoreboard.
Yeah, you
Well,
could.
you'd have to have a good hand because there's
Yeah.
no Well, that's dry enough. I could do another page. See, this is my thing. I could just take these all out and then I could do a bunch of them and I wouldn't have to worry.
Well, it works well. I was afraid
Well,
since
that's
it
good.
was at the thrift store, maybe it didn't work well.
Well, uh-huh. Okay, let's pick some colors. What do I have? That might be fun. Let's just make some gold things, which when I put the black on it, got to be cool.
I like it because it fits here. And if I'm doing small things,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to move a bunch of stuff to do it. So I like
Right.
that. That's why I went ahead and bought it. But if you're doing something very big, it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
it's made for photos, I think. But
Yeah. I think so. And the one I had was from what's the memory something, the stamp
oh,
company.
I
I said
know
it now.
what
You
you're
can't
talking
remember.
about.
Now, what?
The scrapbooking.
Yeah, the scrapbooking company.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but I probably could have if you hadn't asked.
Yes, I'm sure that's what would happen is if I hadn't asked, you would be able to think of it.
Okay, I need a glue book. No, we'll just use this. I think it's got another.
I kind of like this. I was thinking this gold would work fun because then the color shows through, and then when I put the black and white around it, it ought to make it really kind of cool.
That does
I'm
sound
hoping.
nice.
I'm hoping.
I bet it will. Uh-oh. Oh, well, it's okay. That's where it's going to be
Is
sewn
my
in.
sister Lisa still here? I know she's knitting, so she doesn't chat much, but I'm just wondering if she's still here. I gotta tell you, Brandon got his car all apart. Now he gets to go spend a lot of money.
Oh, yay. She's here.
Yeah. I just had to tell her because they saw this monster thing that he's got out back, the truck that they went to Tennessee to get.
Oh, yeah.
When she was here, she got to see it. Anyways, he's been working to get it apart. It's got to have new heads on it, so which took a while. You know that's not an easy task to get the head off.
Oh, I bet.
So 2 weekends ago, he got all but one bolt out. There's like 16 bolts or something like that. They all came off but one. Just one.
So is he going to have to dremel it off, or something like that?
He got it off today.
Okay.
He put stuff on it 2 weeks ago and just left it, and today they got it off and lifted it off. And the next door neighbor had a engine hoist, so that saved a lot of problems because the thing weighs it's got a lot of weight to it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Because it's not a small engine.
Oh, I love those papers, Lisa. Is that another purchase in my future? I don't know what papers.
Well,
I wasn't paying
sure.
attention. I wasn't paying attention to what you're using.
I think this is some of the papers you already bought, Barbara.
Where did they come from, Lisa?
I think I'm not sure. It's been a while. Either Amazon or Temu, one or the other.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you for sure.
Uh-huh.
But I might be wrong, but I was thinking it was some of the papers that she already bought.
Hi, Mindy.
Hi, Mindy.
I was going to tell Mindy something when
Sharon, I don't know if I said hi to you or not, but I'm glad you're here if I didn't.
I don't remember the blue. It might be a different set. It was Amazon. Okay.
Okay. It might be. I don't know.
And there was something I was going to tell Mindy. Oh, well, I sort of have to show Mindy too. And I don't know. There might be a few of you that missed it. So I got to make the, just a minute. I got to make this really come in close. Because, you guys got to see this bug.
Got to see it.
You got to see this bug. Okay. Oh, she was watching her football team. Actually, Mindy, we're going to be close to you in a couple weeks. Okay, let me see if I can make it focus. Come on now. Isn't that the most amazing bug? Brandon, what did you tell me this bug's name was? Just he says it's just bug. It's a dung beetle for sure. It's some kind of something scarab. But isn't it gorgeous? It's just the most beautiful thing. It's all iridescent. It's got a big old horn on it. We were discussing today, Brandon, whether or not I can put it in resin. Brandon says it might mold.
Well, I was wondering about that. If it could, if you let it dry out a lot longer.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dry. It's pretty dry. I think our stop in Wisconsin is going to be Rhineland. I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry.
Rainbow scarab is what it's called. It's called a rainbow scarab. But it's one of our true dung beetles. Yes.
Sorry.
So, that's sorry. All right, hon. We totally understand, and yeah, don't worry about it. Where you didn't hear? I think it's called. I think our stop is going to be Rhineland. We're kind of traveling. Shoot, I got it off there. We're going to try to travel up sort of the middle of the state. We're headed for the Upper Peninsula. Is the plan. So I think we go through Madison.
Wow, 71-0, Joyce. That's a win. That's a slaughter.
Oh, well, Jeffrey,
you got to feel sorry for the other team when that happens.
Jeffrey said Alabama was like that yesterday. So apparently the opposing team's quarterback got hurt on the first play.
Oh dear.
Which means the whole game. So they were playing with their second string quarterback.
Well, and then the whole game, everybody's worrying about him too. So they
right.
couldn't play the same way they could play,
Right. So sorry, I got to figure out what's going on here. Oh. Madison is 3. UP is closer. I forgot where you're at, Mindy. I think we're going out through Land of the Lakes, something like that. That's the town we'll be going into Michigan from. Okay. Well, I know you're okay. Well, I guess I don't know where the actual home is, I guess. I would say Milwaukee, but I'm pretty sure that's not right. We used to go to Milwaukee all the time. And guys, if I've missed anybody coming in, hello, I'm really glad you're here. Oh, and if you haven't done your little thumbs, we could use your little thumbs. Just, FYI.
Don't jump.
Oh, the Green Bay. Oh, that's right, Green Bay. Well, I don't know. It will all depend on on when we get to leave. If everything goes right, we may spend a couple of days in Wisconsin. The deal is we just don't know. The Upper Peninsula closes kind of early. I don't know why. In South Dakota, they don't close things until the end of October. But for some reason, in the rest of the world, where I guess they think it's going to be really cold, they close earlier than that.
Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was young, we were, Dallas Cowboy fans, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. Um, and then when the Dallas Cowboys seemed to be always getting in trouble with drugs, I transferred my loyalty to the Green Bay Packers. And
Aha.
Brett Favre, he was the reason I switched over to them because I thought he was an awesome quarterback.
Yeah, I know you can do them in resin. I have some resin. Just I'm not sure what I want to do with that bug yet. College Oregon Ducks. Oh, um, you know, definitely watches football because his friends do. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Darren never watched. He would watch the Super Bowl mostly to see what kind of commercials they were going to have, but he watched the Super Bowl and the World Series because everybody at work talked about him, but he didn't watch anything else when it came to sports.
Jeff likes to watch basketball.
But I grew up with my dad watching everything. I mean, even bowling and golf and tennis, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in a house where sports was what was on TV if you weren't watching the movie or the news. So
Okay, so I have another set of pages painted. This is so that I can work on this while I'm on my trip.
be sure not to paint on the back of those.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is that I'm trying to choose,
The ones you
places.
like best.
Yeah, yeah, the ones I like best. And I may have to just do like I painted on that one and this one because this is it sticks together. But, so I have
Yeah,
but I really like this one. So I'll have to think and just paint on one side.
right.
Oh, well, nope, that's not the same one. Because I don't really want to ruin. Well, that's good because that'll work. I don't want to ruin this. I mean, I already did it. I'm going to do something with it. I don't know, even if I stick it in another book. But this this is the back to this one, and this would be the back to this one. So I could paint on that one and not. Anyhow, though, it has to dry. So let's go back to seeing what else we want to do for the next little while. I will tell you what, you guys can't really see how pretty this gold paint is. Look at that.
That is pretty.
But yet it's kind of see-through when you lay it flat, it's see-through, but it has a really nice shine to it. And you know what it is?
That'll be fun. Can't wait to watch you work on those.
Yeah, it was Dollar Tree.
Oh, I didn't get that.
I think this was last Christmas's.
Oh, and they never showed up in our stores, or if they did, they were gone before I could get there.
Yeah. There
Because
was
I went
gold
looking several times, and they said, "No, we haven't got them yet. We haven't got them yet."
there was gold and silver. So but they were in the Christmas collection. That's the thing, is that uh they were not in a standard collection of paint. They were in the Christmas, how they bring out the holidays and then they have a box. And I'm going to tell you all what I'm going to do a haul, but I guess maybe I should really show you since everybody's here today. I'll do the haul too, but let me go get them because they're changing their tactics. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, I've got 2 covers for little journals that I can put in here and then stick in my purse. So now I just got to put some pages in here and decide what kind of papers I want to put in them. And what kind of pages I want to put in them kind of depends on what I think I'm going to do with them.
Right.
In my purse, there'll probably, be notes and things written in them to be transferred to a calendar or whatever later. So it probably needs to be paper without writing on it.
Yeah. Oh no, tactic change. Big tactic change. This is a 6-ounce bottle that we were getting for $1.25. These are 2-ounce bottles for $1.25.
Same brand?
Nope.
Ah.
That's another thing. This is another really weird thing. Okay. These two came out of the Halloween paint. Okay. They are metallic. I wouldn't have got them if they weren't metallic simply because I don't need purple and black, but I don't have a lot of metallic paints. So these are Delta. They came out of the holiday paint. Now, I've already seen the Christmas paint, I think. I think I saw the Christmas paint, and there were some metallic colors in it, but it was mostly reds and greens. Okay? Shrinkflation. Yes, shrinkflation appears. Yep. So this, but still, their $1.25 isn't a bad price for 2 ounces, but we were getting 6 ounces. Now, this is probably a thinner paint. These are Delta, which is a fairly well-known paint. Okay, this is holiday paint. The other holiday paint I saw, it might have been fall, I don't remember, was also Delta. This is showing up on the shelves. This is DecoArt paint. This one's metallic, this one's glitter. They also have outdoor, what was the other one? Ceramic, because they are now carrying some ceramic blanks that you can paint with ceramic paint. And this is showing up in more than just, my store. Okay, it's not just showing up in the big store. This is showing up in the other stores because I have found it in one of the junkie stores that we have here in town. So it's showing up all over. But this one's DecoArt, and this one's showing up on the regular shelf. These Deltas are showing up as holiday paints. But they're all the 2-ounce paints instead of the 6-ounce paints. Which makes me sad because I like these paints for the jelly plate. I really do.
Yeah.
Yes, Julie, the DecoArt paint is a nice brand. I do agree with you. At least it doesn't stink like Joann's brand. And I was in Walmart. I'm pretty sure their 2-ounce paints have gone to like $1.60 or something like that. I looked, but I don't know that I can remember now. So it's still a decent buy. It definitely is better than the prices at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but so just so you know. And in the Christmas paint, there was silver and gold metallic in these 2-ounce things because, and I don't know where they're at exactly. I need to do a haul. I have some stuff to do a haul with. and I'll show you. But the gold paints, there was more than one color. The Deco Art and the Delta had two different golds in it. Kind of weird. I don't know, but I'm kind of sad that they're going away from this paint because I kind of like this paint. So, oh well, it is what it is.
You said you're leaving in 2 weeks,
We have about 10 days, I think. Next
so you
Sunday,
will.
I sort of plan on streaming next Sunday, but here's the deal with next Sunday. If I'm not halfway ready to go, I'm going to need Sunday. So I think I'll be fine, and I think I should be able to stream next Sunday without any problems. But I just don't want to make promises to y'all. So,
Yeah. Well, I was planning to, I told everybody I was going to stream after you left, but the truth is, the Saturday, not next Saturday, well, they haven't decided 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the 28th is when Darren's dad's memorial service is going to be.
it's going to be. Okay.
And so that I'll have family in town that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be able to stream that Sunday
Well, see,
if it's the 28th.
Next Sunday's the 26th. No, the 20. Next Sunday is the
It's like the 22nd, I think.
22nd.
Next
yes.
Sunday.
Um,
So it'll either be the 22nd or the 29th when I can't stream.
yeah.
Because they'll be here. But
I was going to show you, Kathy. If you didn't see my my post, it was beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It was just yummy out. We were just sitting outside. This was the view in the daytime. That's what it looked like at sunset. And it was just really pretty. Now, it rained on us big time all one day. Luckily, it stopped enough for us to get closed up. Brought down heavy limbs and some. Okay, that's still wet, Tanya. Okay, that can't do that. Brought down some heavy limbs and stuff on us through the night, but it was all right. We had a good time. We just relaxed and we went thrift store shopping. That was fun. We played some games. I said earlier I need to figure out what of this stuff I can use in my. I gotta have a. Okay, my camper doesn't look like that anymore. I can't use that one. So sad. Okay. What I'm doing, guys, is looking at some of the junk I have piled up here that needs to go in. This container's not going to fit in the new spot. So I have to have some different things, and so I need to make things smaller. So I'm just kind of looking at my. This is some of the stuff I use to make my postcards. Because, there are lots of days we go shopping. And I must have liked that image. Those are boats on the lake. Where did I put the thing? Oh, we also got invaded by ants. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, they were gross. Little tiny sugar ants. We were fine until it rained. And then we put out these bait things called taro. And then we were attacked by an army of ants because of the taro being out. But the next morning, they were either dead or gone, so that worked. Just a warning, I'm going to have to head out soon. Oh, yeah, she comes on at 4. We're good. We're not going to stay on much longer, Barbara, because, I'm going to have to go do stuffs, unfortunately. And I'm just kind of, like I said, trying to make some of this stuff fit in this little book so that I can have a good place for it to be tucked in. Oh, look at this. This is really cool. This is something we got. Yeah, we got that.
Is that a cigar wrapper?
Yep, it's a cigar wrapper. When we were in, what do you call that place? Tombstone. Jeff got that in Tombstone. He got a cigar in Tombstone. Mostly for the fun of having it,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he doesn't smoke them, but mostly for the fun of having it. Anyways, I need to go through all this stuff and figure out if it's going to work for a postcard. Or if I need to just get rid of it because, Up to something together. Yep. Okay. This is mostly words, so believe in travel. The tarot works though. You can make your own with boric acid crystals and water on cotton balls. Yeah. Julie, they kind of get dead. They just don't come after a bunch of them die. They just don't come in. I've used that stuff in the house before. We had some in the kitchen one time, and I used some of it, and it worked really well. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this stuff. Your Grand Adventure awaits. Travelers do not live on adventure alone.
Who doesn't live on adventures alone?
Travelers.
Travelers. Okay. Sorry,
yeah,
I just didn't hear the first word.
I'm going to tell you what. That's a fib. We could probably live on adventure. Mississippi, US 49. Your next adventure awaits. I would put our next adventure awaits.
Yeah.
So, I think that I wouldn't have it around my pet. It's liquid and it's sweet. I would be afraid to have it around my pet. Since we don't have pets, it's not an issue. But I also will tell you, driving down the road, the stuff goes all over the floor. It was icky. Jeff had to clean the shower. Google says borax, borax is the active ingredient in killing roaches and everything else.
Yeah, my mom and my grandmother would take like lids to mayonnaise jars or whatever and just
Mm-hmm.
fill them with borax and a little bit of sugar
Mm-hmm.
because the sugar is what draws the bugs to it.
The bugs to it. We would
Yeah.
use sweetened condensed milk and
Oh,
mix
yeah.
borax in it until it turned into a like a clay, and roll it in balls and throw it under the house.
Oh,
You could also put
nice.
it in a container like an old butter tub and cut holes in it, but it worked really well. Really well to just roll it up and throw it in under the house.
Okay.
I'm going to have to figure out how to get all this stuff in this whole thing. My big problem is going to be this big old book that my sister sent me.
Okay, Kathy. It was
Okay.
fun having you here.
Yeah. I have these books that my sister gave me.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I have a tub I can put them in, but then they're not out where I can get to them when I want to use them. So I think I'm going to have to cut them up so that I can get them into something else.
I'm trying to decide if I want to sew these in or if
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tie them in so that I could replace the papers and keep using them.
Yeah, what about some elastic?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. The cat food is left in a dish in a moat. Now that's a really good idea, Barbara.
That's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
I would. That's what we need to do if we put food outside for Sparrow. Usually he eats in the house,
Mm-hmm.
but the ants would always get in his food outside. That is extremely smart, Barbara.
Yep, it is. Okay, so I could cut this into pieces. I saved it because of the states.
Yeah.
Where should we camp next? But I can make it smaller. That's what I just gotta sit and do that. Maybe I'll watch some videos and do that tonight. Maybe. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get ready and go. How about you, Lisa?
I'm happy to go. My back is saying yes.
Yeah,
Go sit in your recliner.
my
Walk around
eyes
the
are
hall first, and then go sit in your
my
recliner.
eyes are really tired, and Ant the Fence 101. They live here
There
too.
you
We just
go.
have to discourage them whenever we can. Well, I just didn't want them in my camper. That's the big thing. I did not want those ants in my camper. So, it was funny though. The next morning, most of them were gone. They were just gone. Anyways, guys, I did my little journal page. I really like it. It came out really cool.
Me too.
And next Sunday will be I hope to be here. I just don't want to promise. So, and after that we'll be gone for a couple weeks. Couple months. Couple months. So, love y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.